Welcome everyone. Over and over, XRP holders are getting wiped out. This video I'm going to address one fatal mistake that's repeated by thousands of XRP holders. This is something I already did in the past, back in 2019 and 2020, always losing. In this video I'm going to address how you can get over this terrible mistake that's going to bring mental peace to yourself so that you just protect your bags and don't end up doing one of the mistakes that I have done in the past, and thousands of XRP holders are still doing it to nowadays. So let's get started. The mistake I am talking about, and I talk from experience, who never had that thought, right? Sell your XRP bags because you predict the markets are gonna crash or anything like that. To buy back when XRP drops 60, 70% or even 30%. If you are planning to do that, I don't recommend you, and I have seen a lot of people doing this mistake, especially last week when XRP dropped below $2. I have to admit, even I was expecting we could drop further. In fact, I did a video telling everyone to set some buy orders. But just like that, everything changed very quickly. The geopolitical game has changed overnight, and right now the markets are green. So everyone who sold XRP at 190 or 195, they are now crying. I have seen hundreds of people that were expecting the markets to crash that did this fatal mistake. And now they're waiting on for a dip. This might be the last time XRP was below $2. We can't really know with such an asset that is so unpredictable. Just yesterday, one of the three architects of the XRP ledger breaks silence. Over a decade and we haven't heard of him, and now he's back. Arthur Brito, the man himself. There are nearly 2,000 NDAs from Ripple with central banks and financial institutions all around the world, and you are taking the risk to sell XRP because you think it's going to crash 20% or 30%. Can we even call it a crash? Well, I don't think so. Hear me out. These markets are designed to make retail investors lose, especially if you are acting out of emotions. You think I never did this mistake in the past? Back in 2020, I know this idea is always in the mind. If you appreciate XRP, if you truly understand the potential of this digital asset, you always thinking, I want to increase my bag. So it's kind of logical that you want to sell at $2.40 and buy back at $1.90. That's the perfect scenario. But let me tell you something. I even run a private trading group. I'm also a trader, but I'm not trading my main bag, so don't get me wrong. But I will tell you, it's extremely difficult to time the markets. I have been trading since 2018, but I'll tell you, this is a mental game. It's extremely difficult to time the markets. So from XRP holder to XRP holder, my sincere advice, don't trade your XRP. The solution, if you want to trade, 10% send to exchanges, leave 90% in cold wallets. Do the test. If you win constantly, then keep doing it. But for my experience, the majority of people are doing mistakes. In theory, it sounds very easy, but when you put that in practice, it's extremely complicated. Because if you sell your main bag, you're going to have to live with the fact that perhaps the price goes above and you start to become priced out. Think about the ones that sold XRP at 80 cents, $1, $1.50. All of them ended up losing. You know how many DMs I got in the last previous days? People asking me, what's next? What should I do? I sold XRP. Now they just lost about 10 to 20% of their bags because they decided to sell, predicting the markets would crash. Selling at $2. Right now it's already at $2.20. Avoid this mistake, because once XRP takes off, it's the only digital asset that can literally skyrocket overnight. You wake up tomorrow to one single piece of news, who knows, maybe Swift partnership is unveiled. We already know that was leaked out, was not official. If that comes out, you might wake up to XRP at $10, and then how are you gonna feel? How are you gonna live with yourself knowing that you sold it because you wanted to buy 20 cents cheaper?
Hi, I'm Yana from Alpha Lions Academy. As you know, the world is growing fast, and now is a great time to have a plan to build your generational wealth. At Alpha Lions Academy, we teach you how to learn about financial markets. Visit www.alphalionsacademy.com to learn about commodities, real estate, crypto, and more. Our premium trading group delivers signals to maximize profits, expert chart analysis, and daily updates across financial markets. You will get one-on-one coaching to master your investments and join the open-minded community dedicated to building wealth together. Visit www.alphalionsacademy.com to lock into new future where assets work for you. You will find the link in the description. Now let's get back to the video.
Stop doing this bullshit. Hear me out. Crypto flows through my veins, and I am telling you, it's extremely difficult to time the markets precisely, especially with the war narrative, all the geopolitical tensions, all the market manipulation. You think they are not doing that on purpose? They drop some major big news that the world's ending tomorrow, and then in the next day everything is normal? Hear me out. They are manipulating the markets and retail is losing the game. You need to take control. Now, how do you fix this problem? Get yourself a nice cold wallet, send your XRP there. Once you have reached the amount that you desire, forget about the XRP in the cold wallets. And if you don't have it on your phone, even better, so you're not constantly checking the price, how much you have. Is it now worth 100K or 130K or 90K? Just giving examples. Forget about the price. Move on. You want more XRP? Work harder. Find a side hustle. Bring extra liquidity so you can afford more crypto. It's that simple. Stop trying to increase your bag because most of the times you're going to be priced out. Most of the times you will lose. That's why even when I am expecting markets to go lower, I do sell other cryptos. I don't have any problem. But there is rule number one: never sell your XRP. I think that should be very clear. You are taking too much risk by selling XRP. And that's it. That was my short message for today. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and also share this message. I think it's very important to XRP holders, and you also help me with the algorithm. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to see you in the next video. Done.